reasons the United States is the greatest nation on earth is because of its generosity towards other countries. Now, to see how America leads the world in philanthropy, you just need to look at the numbers.
Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The Statue of Liberty stands in New York Harbor as a symbol of freedom and opportunity for all who come to America. But America is not only willing to welcome people with open arms, she is also willing to give millions of dollars to people and countries around the world that are in need. When it comes to giving for humanitarian purposes, the United States is at the top of every list, from government to private donations. According to the latest data released by the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, the total assistance by developed countries in 2007 was $103 billion. The United States led the way and contributed the most to that amount, $21 billion to be exact. The country that came in second gave almost half what the United States gave. And it isn't just the United States government that loves to help other countries in need. The American people are also just as generous. U.S. charitable giving reached a new record in 2006, an estimated $295 billion. According to the Giving USA Foundation, money from individuals are always the largest single source of donations. You can see just how generous the United States is by looking at the amount of assistance that America offered after the devastating tsunami hit in 2004 from the Indian Ocean earthquake. The survivors of the hardest-hit countries along Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, Thailand were met with open arms by their friends from the United States. According to the State Department, an estimated 180,000 people were killed in 8 countries and tens of thousands were injured. 1.5 million people were left homeless. In May of 2005, Congress approved a $656 million bill for a reconstructive program via the Tsunami Relief and Reconstruction Fund. In total, U.S. aid reported that the American government's assistance totaled $841 million. Once again, the United States topped the list of countries willing to give. President George Bush wanted to make sure that enough money and resources were collected and distributed to the people in need. So he teamed up with his father, George Herbert Walker Bush, and Bill Clinton to help raise money for the tsunami relief. The two former presidents put political differences aside. They crisscrossed the country, encouraging Americans to raise money for the tsunami victims. How many other countries would do that for another nation in need?
One of the things the presidents reported to me is there was an outpouring of great kindness and everywhere they went. I'm heartened that the good folks of Indonesia, for example, see a different America now when they think about our country. They see a country which, of course, will defend our security, but a country which also cares deeply about suffering people regardless of their religion.
President Bush was pleased to see that the tsunami victims could feel America's compassion. The American people are just as giving as the United States government. According to research by the Center on Philanthropy at Indiana University, U.S. private donations to tsunami victims reached more than $1.8 billion. And the same giving spirit of America was displayed when the 7.9 magnitude earthquake hit the Sichuan province in China on May 12th. The earthquake left about 70,000 people dead in that province. So far, the United States government has already given millions in humanitarian assistance. Plus, American citizens, through private donations, have given over $32 million for victims of the earthquake, and people are still raising money. Even when countries don't want help from the United States, we offer it anyway. Just look at the cyclone that hit Myanmar in the beginning of May that killed approximately 78,000 people. The United States had to practically beg the junta government to accept U.S. aid. Now, how many other countries would do that?
More assistance will be forthcoming. The United States stands prepared to provide an assistance team and much-needed supplies to Burma as soon as the Burmese government accepts our offer.
The junta ignored repeated offers of assistance. The United States offered a total of 106 plane loads of supplies worth more than $26 million, but it didn't matter. The junta wouldn't allow the U.S. to distribute the supplies directly to the people in need. But after weeks of being ignored, the United States ships and aid were forced to turn away and return home. No matter what the crisis or need, the United States government is always willing to lend a hand and help other countries. It seems America is the first to step up to the plate whenever a crisis arises.